Hey guys, and welcome to Flame with a Force channel. If you're looking to paint your interior trim in the car to give it a fresh new look, I'll show you how straight after this intro. Welcome back. The first thing you need to do if you're going to take off the interior trim is when you do the door card ones, you've got to take off the door card. I've got a video showing you how to do that, but this little tiny piece here, which you're going to have to paint, slides onto this, which is slid onto the door. So this is the first thing you're going to need to do before you put the door card back on, because you won't be able to get this off without taking the door card back off again. So that's just going to be really, really annoying. I'm taking it off already. I'm about to put it back on, so I'm going to show you how this piece actually comes off to be able to get to this bit here. I'm not too sure if it's this one or this one, but I'm pretty sure that they're the same. So on this door card here is where this thing slots into place. This thing is what houses the actual clip itself, so I can't really see this way around. Is it this one? Yeah, so yeah, that goes into here, but where that comes into there, that little piece that's coloured is here. So you want to make sure that this is taken off. I'll show you how to do that real quick. Let me just set this up here. On the back, that's going through the door card, there are three little star pieces. So here. So there's three star pieces like that. I'm not too sure what one it is, but I'm just going to quickly grab the tool and see what one that is there. I've got myself a little assistant, so he's just going to check what T-piece that is, and then why I'd start putting it back together and show you what you need to do. So, turn this around. Let's first work out which one goes in there. So that goes in like that, okay? So, this, you want to put this onto here, which slides over that. I don't know if it's that way around or that way around. Looks like it's that way around, there you go. So that goes onto there. It pushes through here, like so. And then that upgrades it to a, well, I've gone for like a gunmetal effect on these. If you want to know how to paint stuff, I have got a video on that as well, so you can go watch that and then you'll be able to see how to paint them. Once that piece is painted, then you can put it back on, because you don't have to worry about putting this door card piece on here until afterwards, but you can't get to that without the door card being off. So I can't stress enough that you need to, if you're going to do the trim, take that off. I will be showing you also how to take off the bits inside, and then we'll paint those, and then we'll be putting them back on to show you how to do that as well. Once that's done, that brings it to this side here. There are 4 screws here, so where they come through, 3 screws sorry, where they come through here is where you just need to screw them back up. So go ahead and screw those up, and then that's done, and then you can pop your door card back on. So a T20 is what you're going to need to do up those little black screws. If you haven't seen the door card removal video, go and watch that first so that you know how to get these off. And the small piece, these are going to be painted in a sort of a dark metallic-y gunmetal grey sort of colour. So instead of having the white, I'm going to go back to like a dark grey, so it's going to look good. I'm going to keep the black, and I'm just going to have the grey here. But the first thing we need to do is get this out of here. This usually comes in like a rubbery effect. If you want to know how to paint them, I have got a video on how to paint stuff. It's usually based on wing mirror covers, and it's also based on like parking sensors and stuff like that, things like that that are painted. But the good thing about it is it shows you how to paint plastic, so that will be how to do that. I mean, it has sort of like a film on it, and you want to kind of get it off, but I'll show you the tools that you're going to need to prepare these when you go to first paint them. So the first thing you need to do to get this off is remove this white bit. You can do it by hand, so you generally just push these clips in, and you just start working your way around, and just literally push these clips in on themselves. So you see here and here, you just push in and then push out, and then this piece comes away. So this piece is already black. I ain't going to paint it. I don't need to paint it again. I can just polish it up because it comes out really good. It's like a metallic-y black. But this white bit is going to go gunmetal grey. It's already scuffed here where somebody scuffed it up, but it's fine. I'm going to get it all painted and have it all fresh. So that's how you do that. Let me just put that aside. When you're doing this piece, the little clips behind here are really, really delicate. You can use a trim removal tool, which is like this. Be careful not to scratch this, because this is your dash, guys. If you scratch this, you're not going to get rid of it. You're going to have to get a new dash if you're really particular like I am. And that is something you don't want to do, so be careful. When you're doing something, get some tape, some masking tape, some brown tape, anything, and mask up the area that you're going to remove. So what I tend to do is just get a strip and put it over your plastic. That way your plastic is then protected when you're removing stuff. If one isn't enough, put a couple on, 2 or 3, it doesn't really matter. What you want to do is you want to start on the edge. I usually start on this edge or this edge, it doesn't really matter. This tape isn't that sticky because I've not long cleaned my dash, so it's very shiny. I'm going to start this side in the corner because I'm pretty sure that's the side I started before. You can use a little tiny screwdriver like this and get in under there, and then that way you could just push in and then unclip it like so, and then when you get hold of it, that's fine. You could also do the same with a really thin trim tool remover, get it in there and then prise it back. I'd probably use that more on the surround around the TV, and then all you need to do is work it gently. Get your trim removal tool and then just work the clips like this, and this is how this comes off. And I'm pretty sure that there's a bit of this pushed in behind the dash, which is why I said start on the left hand side. If you've got a car that where the passenger side steering wheel is on the other side, then obviously do it the other way around, and then you should be able to just slide that out there. So that's that. I'm going to get that all painted up, and then there's just these little tiny push clips that push into that bit there. But nothing got damaged. But this has come out, so that goes in there. Let's push that back in. Make sure you don't lose these, because this is where your clips push in. Okay, so that's that. So that piece is now removed. You can use the same bit of tape, or you can just get more. With this, obviously, we just need to start at the side. I usually start around here and then sort of work my way around and then pull it off. These, I've seen people remove them before and they break. It's not very good. These are not cheap from VW, so try not to break them if you can. Just put enough tape on to get in there when you first start off. I'm going to try and do this with the trim removal tool first to see if it's possible, because I did it with a screwdriver last time. So you just get in there and then you should be able to just prise it up. There you go, it came up on the corner, and then work your way around slowly. Just don't get carried away. You think, oh yeah, it's coming off, and then you just go around and then try and get it all off. Don't. Just go around slowly, because if you break it, it's not good. VW parts are not cheap. If you're in a VW, you'll know that. And obviously, if you've got a VW, you'll be watching this video, because this is not how to remove anything else. It's how to remove a VW Scirocco interior trim. If you notice, this centerpiece doesn't like to come out very easily. It loves to get stuck in there. So just be careful when you're removing it, not to break it. The good thing with the trim tool, it doesn't affect plastic at all, which is really good. Let's get in here and get this undone. This is also how you access the screws to the stereo as well, so it's quite handy for that. I want to be brutal, but not as brutal as I need to be. Do not want to break this. Just be careful when you're doing this, guys. There you go. That's it. Off. So they haven't broken any clips, and that's how they are. So that these top two are just held in by a push, and then these ones are just clipped on all into here. This is how you remove the stereo if you need to. It looks like a couple of T25s and the whole stereo comes out. Going to get this painted up, so that will all be done soon. Going to move over to the driver's side quickly. I'm going to have to swap seats, and then we're going to have to get my lovely assistant who is filming to move into a different position, and then we'll just get the last 2 bits of trim off, and then we'll go paint them, and then we'll pop them back on and show you what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, so now this is the driver's side. So we just need to remove this little piece here, because obviously you can see I painted that. You want to start with this side again, use a little trim tool or your screwdriver, but please just go get some trim tools. They're not expensive. Like I said, they're about 20 quid. And that piece just literally comes off like that. That's hooked in there at an angle. You see that? And then that pushes in there again with one of those clips. So that's removed. I'm just going to go move my camera person to the passenger side so that you can see me take off this last bit of trim, which is on this side. Now we're on to the final piece. So this one, again, get your little trim tool under there and then prise it out. And I'm hoping it will come out nice and easy. Here we go. Just move your weight itself down. We'll see what this one's like. I can't remember, did it some while ago. Yeah, it's another little hook, and then you've got these bits come off, so make sure they get back in. You don't want to lose those. And then there you have it. So okay guys, so now that I've painted all the interior trim, I'm just going to give you a run through of what I've done. So this is the door handle, now it's all finished and complete. I'm going to take you into the car. That's that piece there, which is the bit that goes around the lights. Moving over to this side, we've got that one. This is what the surround looks like from a distance. I like the grey, it's better than the white actually, to be honest with you. And then all the way onto there, and then over to the other side on the other handle there. So that's it guys, that's how to take out the interior trim. Thanks for watching.